Hello again. Thanks for joining me for another round of Mindful Minutes. I'm Dr. Rich Martin, and this week I've been talking about, there's timing for you, right? As soon as I start the video, a big truck goes by. So this week I've been talking about humility, and I want to talk a little bit more about that today because humility really means being teachable, if you think about it. Now, I might be preaching to the choir on this one because if you're watching my videos, it really kind of exemplifies that you have a teachable spirit. But I think it bears covering anyway because there's a list I want to go through. So Kirk Hansen, who's a professor and the executive director of the Center for Applied Ethics at Santa Clara University, through his research, he created this list of characteristics of leaders. He focused on leaders who were not teachable. And when I went through the list, and I've gone through it several times, there are things that kind of stung when I think about how they relate to me. So I'd like you to do some soul searching today. Go through this list and really kind of think about to what degree each of them might apply to you. Because that's how we really know, right? When we're truly honest with ourselves, that's how we really can solve those issues, get past those, and become truly teachable, to become our best selves. So let me start out with this one. Do you tend to believe you know it all? Now, this is an obvious one, right? If you know it all already, then there's no need to learn. You're not going to be teachable at all. Do you think you should be in charge? Always. Like it's just a given that in every situation, no matter what the area of focus is, you feel you need to be in charge. Do you believe at times the rules don't apply to you? I always think of aggressive drivers on this one. Those people on the road who apparently wherever they need to go is more important than where you need to go. Do you believe you shouldn't fail? Now, we've talked about this one before, and we know that if I never try anything, I never have to worry about failure. So being willing to try and take the risk of failure is obviously a sign of humility. Do you tend to think you should get things done by yourself? I used to have a very hard time asking anybody for help, right? I should be able to do this. Well, thankfully now I've learned that it's much better and easier to ask for help. Why? Because I don't know it all and I can't do it all. And obviously we get more things and bigger things done when we do it with other people. Do you believe you're better than others with less talent and status? Now, I'm not saying that you believe you're better in that area that you're talented in. That's not what this is saying. This is saying that just overall, if you see that you're better in a specific area than others, that you just automatically assume overall you're better, right? That's an obvious sign of egoism. And do you think you're as important as, or more important than, the actual organization that you're serving in? That's the old, this place can't run without me mentality. That's, again, obviously a sense of, excuse me, an overinflated sense of self-worth that really prevents us from being teachable because it really relates back to the I know it all syndrome anyway. So I know that a few of these, as I've said, really kind of stung me when I read them and are things that I'm trying to work on every day. So it's important maybe to have this list handy and pull it out periodically, kind of go through it. And I'll go ahead and post this list so that you can copy and paste it. And just kind of go through it periodically and evaluate yourself. And if you really want to be teachable, have others evaluate you too. Somebody that you trust who's willing to give you honest feedback about where you are on each of these, and then come up with some strategies to try to improve. Not easy. Nobody said that self-improvement was going to be easy, but it's well worth it. So thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you at some other Mindful Minutes with Dr. Rich Martin. Have a fantastic day, and take care of yourself.